Dashboards. See, again,
Okay.
the reason why most of the organizations are not using metrics is because they might have a different analytical tool.
Yeah, Prism Analytics. Usually people are
Yeah,
using that.
maybe Prism Analytics or Vizier or some other analytics tool.
Okay.
So there are so many tools like Power BI and other reporting tools wherein they provide more of an analytical metrics.
Yeah,
So
they
that's
have more
why
insight than the regular one.
so that's why people use those rather than this. So are you able to see my screen? I'm just trying to pull out an existing dashboard that we have on the testing tenant.
Sure.
Okay, so this is the dashboard. So it gives an overview, right? Quick pictorial representation that contains charts and graphs, and also you can add a detailed data here, right? So
Yeah.
in a tab, this is just one single tab. In a tab, you can have maximum of 6 worklets. But here we are seeing 4 worklets, right? But we can still add 2 worklets into it. So the
Okay.
maximum worklets that can be added into a dashboard, on a dashboard tab is 6. In overall, you can add 6 tabs in each dashboard, which means each tab will have 6 worklets. In total, it would be 36 worklets. So before a few years back, we did not had that option of having more than one tab, right? And
More
then
than
I
one,
think, sorry,
more than one.
tab.
Okay.
So like 2 years back, right? 2 years back, we did not have this option of having more than one tab.
Okay.
Only during 2 years back, only they have launched this new functionality called dashboard tabs. So I'm just trying to show you how this will work. If I add more tabs, right? I'm just trying to add more tabs here, like
Okay.
hires, headcount, and terminations. So we'll
Mhm.
see how it is appearing on the tabs. So can you see here? There are 3 tabs.
Yes.
So each tab can have 6 worklets.
Okay. We can have up to six
Worklet,
tabs.
worklet meaning reports, right? You
Okay.
can add 6 reports here.
Yes.
Okay, without reports, you cannot create a dashboard.
Okay.
Okay, you have to have a report and you have to enable it as a worklet. See, if I do not have anything, it's blank.
Yeah.
So likewise, you can add 6 tabs. So I have added just 3. Likewise, you can add 6 tabs and each tab can have 6 worklets.
Okay. So each dashboard can contain up to 36 reports.
Yes, 36 worklets. Along with that, you also have this menu option, which you can add it
Okay.
on the screen. Like this would help probably like you can add a
Where the
link.
report is placed in the tab.
No, not exactly. It doesn't need to be a report. It can also be an external link. See, some
Okay.
organization they maintain a SharePoint, right? And
Yes.
they push all the files over there. So what you can
Mm-hmm.
do is you can create a quick link and then you can add that link over here
Link over
so that
here.
you can refer to it. So let's try adding something, okay, on a testing one. Let me try to add some quick link. See, these are some of the key things, that we should know as part of the dashboard. So you can also move tabs between, see, we can move tabs. You can just drag and drop and then you can move the order of the tab.
Okay.
So now what I'm going to do is on the menu, if you see, you have 3 different options: a task, custom report or external link, right? A task is similar to like create custom report or maintain dashboards or the task. If you click that, it will take you to that respective task, right?
Yeah.
You can also add task like that. So we have to configure that, but you can, in real life, you can add a task, right? And then you can also add a custom report here
And a link.
and a link. Exactly. So link meaning you cannot directly type in the link. For example, if I wanted to type in google.com, I cannot do so.
Oh,
See, it is not appearing. The link is you have to create a quick link. See, these are all quick links that are available.
okay.
Okay, let's take something. So if I wanted to add this what's new video, but these are all Workday delivered quick links. Let me show you
Okay.
how to create a quick link. So there is a task associated called maintain cookings. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the links that we are seeing over there, it will be here, except the Workday delivered ones, right?
Okay.
So you remember we are seeing all the let's see here. There is one called workday.com,
Yes, I did see that.
right? Here we have the same. So this is
Yeah.
the place wherein you have to configure the quick link to use. Let me just put it as Workday community. Let's just put the same link. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is where you have to put the actual link.
Okay. What if we are creating a new one? Maybe.
Yes. Because not everything will be there, right? Some companies will have a SharePoint. So you
Yeah.
can create one quick link and then you can put the SharePoint link here.
Okay.
So you can just make a note of it, Shruti, because see, when you're, I would probably suggest you some of the tips what a company would probably ask you when
Okay.
you attend an interview, right?
Okay.
So
Yes.
wherever I say, I mention, then you can just make a note of it. Okay. So when you're
Okay.
going to say that, if they ask you, do you know dashboards? Then you can say, yeah, I know dashboards. We can create 6 tabs and each tabs can contain 6 worklets. In total, we can create 36 worklets into a dashboard. And dashboard is
Okay.
actually a pictorial representation. We can customize a report and then we can convert it as we can convert the report output as a chart or a graph. And then we can we can add as a worklet into the respective dashboard. Okay.
Okay.
And then if you could make a note of these things, right? And then
Yes.
you can also mention that a dashboard is tied to a domain level security access. So whenever we are configuring a dashboard, we have to look into the domain and then see whether if the end user have access to that particular domain. Otherwise, the dashboard will not be accessible.
Okay.
So starting is the domain. So the end user should have access to the domain. Apart from that, they should also have access to the custom reports that we build,
Okay.
that are part of the dashboard worklets. So if they do not have an access, so for example, an user might have access to the domain, wherein they do not have an access to a report.
Okay.
Report meaning worklet, right? There are
Worklet.
6 worklets. Yeah, there are 6 worklets. Out of 6, they have access to 4. The remaining 2, they do not have access, which will actually does not show up on the dashboard. So the security will play a major role over there, right? For example,
Okay.
if you are showing a compensation data or something on the dashboard and the user do not have access to it, wherein the tab contains headcount, hires, terminations, and compensation data, wherein you wanted them to see headcount, hires, terminations data, but they should not be able to see the compensation data. In that way, you can restrict the access to that particular report so that the end user will be able to see all the other reports apart from except the compensation report. If you could remember that we were discussing on the security, right?
Yeah.
That you might have access to enter the office premises, but you may not
Yes.
have access to the
Access
server.
to certain, yes.
Yes, so you have to remember that. So you can say that security plays a major role. So these are all some of the key hints that you can make a note of it. Security
Okay.
plays a major role in reporting, and each and every fields on the reports are tied to a respective security.
Okay.
Okay. A user may not have access to all the fields that are associated with the report.
Yes.
So I just added a Workday community one. Let's see if we can able to see this one. See, Workday community KR is there, right?
Yes.
The one that we created. Unless you create a quick link. See, quick links, all these things, even you will not be able to see it on the Workday training.
Yes.
Yeah, so only if you have an working experience, only then you will get to know. Okay, this is how we have to create all those things.
Okay.
And in some company, what they will do is this quick link access, they will not give it to report writer.
Okay.
They will give it to the functional team or the technical team, not the report writer. So in that case, you have to reach out to them and ask them to create, and then you can probably use that one here.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This quick link can also be used. So I'm not sure whether if you have heard about the Workday Extend, a concept called
No.
Workday Extend, which is previously known as Workday Cloud Platform, WCP.
Okay.
WCP is now called as Workday Extend, wherein Workday gives us an ability to build our own pages, custom pages.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's say this is a page, right?
Yes.
This is a page. Likewise, you can create a custom page by using the Workday Extend tool.
Okay.
The technical team can build that tool. Mostly it will be used for like kind of an performance surveys. Many companies they conduct surveys, right? External surveys like Kenexa. Have you heard about these terms? Kenexa
No.
or Cornerstone. So many things are there, right? Like surveys. Some external
Okay.
companies, right? External companies do
Yes.
conduct surveys.
Yes.
So rather than that, you can actually build a Workday Extend platform to customize the service. So it's basically you are building your own page in simple terms. So
Okay.
if you're building your own page, you can use that page link and you can put it on the quick link here so that the user can actually click and get into that page.
Okay. So usually we will have access to create such pages.
Report writer will not be doing that. It's part
Okay.
of the technical team who does
Okay.
Workday techno-functional or Workday implementers does that.
Okay.
So it's just an information that
Yes. Yes. We can create such pages.
yeah. So those pages will be created by the Workday implementers or techno-functional people. It's no way linked to Workday report writer unless and otherwise if they are interested. It has more of a coding.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just giving you an example. These are all additional information wherein we have used on the real life scenarios. So I'm just sharing those information.
Sure.
So this is the dashboard stuff, right? You can add six tabs and each tab
Work.
contain
6 worklets.
X. Perfect. So this question will be definitely asked. How many worklets can be used in a dashboard like that? You can also add a menu tab here, and in menu you can use custom report, external link, and task. Yeah. See, there is a small checkbox here, right? Configurable by user, and you can uncheck this.
And check. Yes.
Okay. If you say configurable by user, then the user can configure, like they will, if you add several worklets here, like you can, Workday does allow us to add more than 6 worklets here, but it will not be visible on the main, when you run the dashboard, it will not be visible.
Oh, so how does it choose which worklets to display and which
That
not?
is what here it is. So you are mentioning it as a required, right?
Yes.
Whichever you select it as a required, you can restrict to 6 worklets. But
Oh,
if you want to give that ability to the end user, like giving configurable by user, they can just choose whichever data they wanted to see.
okay.
Yeah, but mostly what we try to do is we restrict it. We will not give the user to configure the dashboard on their own.
Okay.
We will uncheck this box, and then we can give a prompt set. See, mostly how does this prompt works, right? See here, this report doesn't have a prompt, I think. So what is this prompt set? Let's take this one, manager dashboard that we have seen, right? Let's look into that. See, manager dashboard is there. See, I haven't entered any prompt, but it is automatically picking this prompt, like Julie Bowles and then yes, right?
Yeah.
I haven't entered any information. However, it is automatically picking that one. So if I click this pencil icon, I can actually change the manager also here. I can look into a different organization here.
Okay.
And then this includes subordinates. The meaning of include subordinates is to get the entire organization structure, not just the direct reportees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for example, are you aware about this term called subordinates and include subordinates?
No.
Okay, this is one of the most important thing in Workday. So let's see how does that look like. So I'm going to click on this Teams. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what's happening is, so this is the topmost, senior most manager in the organization, Steve Morgan, right?
No. Yes.
Steve Morgan has some direct reportees. So many direct reportees directly reporting to Steve Morgan. These are the employees who are directly reporting to Steve Morgan.
Okay.
Okay. So don't look into the name because it's repeated. So don't get
Yes.
confused with the
Yes.
names.
Because it's a
Just imagine
temporary.
that there are so many people. See, there are around 83 plus people reporting to Steve Morgan.
Yes.
You can see that count here, 82, right?
Yeah.
So if I uncheck this, okay, it will only show this 82 reporting directly to him.
Okay.
However, if I wanted to look into the entire organization, like see, there is another organization where is another employee here, like it says one.
Okay.
Similarly, there is another manager who has another reportee here. There is a
Yes.
manager who has 2 reportees here,
Yes.
and there is a manager who has 12 reportees here. So if I wanted to look into the entire subordinate organization as well, so these people are called as subordinates. And if I want to know the details about their organization, then I can just go and checkbox this, so that it will
Okay.
give the complete holistic view of the entire organization.
Okay.
That is what the subordinate plays a major role here.
Okay.
Yeah. So another thing, this manager prompt, right? It has been, if you see, you can actually define the value, meaning whoever runs it, right? In this subordinates 83 are there, right? Whoever runs it, it will automatically pick their own organization. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it confusing or
No, it's clear.
see what we have done on the prompt is we are saying determine default value top supervisory or current manager manages. So whoever runs it, right, irrespective of anyone, if they are a manager, if they run it, this field, supervisory organization field, will automatically pick their organization.
Okay.
So that is the functionality within Workday. So it will allow this field, top supervisory organization, managed by the current worker, will help the manager to automatically pick their own organization rather than they going and entering this prompt here. Because not every manager will know their entire organization name.
Okay.
So that is then another key thing that you can take a note of it. And then, so see, basically you have to be strong on building the reports. If you are strong on building the reports, then all these dashboards are just a configuration,
Okay.
right? It's just a small configuration that what you do is you just add and then you proceed with the title, and then you also choose the workload size. So these are all just like a configuration, right? It's very simple. It's not
Yes.
complex.
Yeah.
Okay, but designing the report is the complex part.
Okay.
So you have to make sure that you design it properly and that it does meet the requirement as well. And then if you, before adding it as a workload, you don't need to actually, you can probably check those reports on the run parameter. I mean, while running the report, and then you can see the output rather than putting that in the dashboard and seeing it. Anyway, it does show the same data. And other quick information on the dashboard is it provides the live data. Whenever you refresh it, it will provide the live data.
In dashboards.
Yeah. Yeah, and mostly in the dashboard, you should use only index data source to make the report run faster. The
Okay.
maximum timeline that the dashboard has 30 seconds. I think they are planning to extend this during the latest release. They are planning to extend the dashboard time to more seconds, I believe. But as of today, there are only 30 seconds it will take to load. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we are creating a report in the testing tenant, it will not collect any live data when we run the report, right?
So yeah, in testing tenant, it's a static data, right? It will not get refreshed. So only in production, you will see the live data.
Okay.
But if you want to validate it, you can still do so. Like once you build an head count, okay, you are done with the head count, and then you just terminate an employee and see whether the count changes.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to probably do the end-to-end testing on the testing tenant so that you will know you can keep changing the data.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we delete a workload from the dashboard?
Yes. You can remove, edit, delete. See, let me show it. You should be it doesn't matter whether it's very simple that you should have access to the dashboard, as simple as it is. Then you can delete the workload. See, all these that are shown in blue color, right, with an hyperlink when you hover over, those are the dashboard that you have access to edit also. The ones that are in black color,
We don't have access to such.
you can view it, but you do not have access to.
Yeah. We don't have edit access.
Yeah, you can see there are no run options over there for
Yes.
some of the dashboards.
Yeah.
You might have edit access, but you will not be able to change anything there.
Okay.
See, I'm going to try. So this is the dashboard that I have created, right? So what I can do is I have full ability. Like I can delete this one. See, there is a remove row. This will delete this worklet. And then you can restrict the security group as well here. See, there are so many copies. If I do not want them to have access.
Okay.
I don't want these people to have access. So it will only be accessible by these employees. Yeah.
Yes.
So adding here, you can also add it from here. There is another row you can add from here. Same way you can delete it here. You can also change the size from 1 to 2. And also the good thing is you can actually have a customized prompts for all the reports. Rather building a separate prompts, you can just create a similar prompt in all the reports, and then you can mention one single prompt set for all. Are you able to follow?
Yes.
So this is like a main prompt set for all these worklets. You can
Okay.
you have to still add prompts in each of the worklets here, each of the reports here.
Yes.
Finally, you will not end up in creating or updating multiple prompt value here. Rather, you can create one prompt set and then you can use that, so that all the reports will work based on that prompt set.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, on the worklet front, right, on the dashboard worklet front, you will have these two options. One is configure and then change the chart type.
Yes.
This will be there in matrix report output as well,
Yeah.
or
So
irrespective of
once
any
we
report that
convert into a chart, we can't get back to the table view, right?
you can. If that report has an option, then you can. If the report do not have that table view option, then you can't.
Then we have to rerun the report.
Yes. So that option is here. This gear icon, right? This is called as gear icon.
Yeah.
If you click refresh, it will automatically refresh.
Okay.
See, again, when you are getting into this dashboard, right, you are in a static page.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever there is a changes happening on the head count, this value will not change unless
We
and
have to
otherwise you
rerun
refresh
the
it.
report. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this worklets also gives us similarly, like we have seen it on the matrix report, right, or whatever reports that we have added at the chart. This will help us to change the chart type here. See, I can change the chart type, but the challenge is it will not store. It will not save this chart type. See,
Yeah.
now I have given clustered column, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I refresh it,
It will go back to the previous one.
yes, because that is how we have configured.
Yes.
So this is just for the end user to play around and how they wanted to look into the data. The other challenge that we have on the dashboard is you cannot print the dashboard.
Okay.
So you can only take a screenshot.
Then we can do the printout.
Yeah. And again, I mean, the look and feel, all those sizes and all will have an issue, but you cannot print it actually. That's an issue we have. Other thing on the configuration, right? You can say view table. So you can see the table view, but it will not display here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, one more thing here. Let me go to this one. This is a workforce mix. It says employee and contingent, but there are no contingent. That's why it's saying employee, right?
Okay.
What I'm going to do now is I'm just clicking this configuration option. I'm going to click this configure, right? And
Yeah.
I'm changing this to rating current. I can change the legend here.
Okay.
As per my wish, I can change. However, this will not change if you refresh it. This will still come back to the old one.
Okay.
And then the moment when you click view more, right, it will take
Mm-hmm.
you to the report. Yeah,
Yeah.
it will take you to the report definition. There is an additional advantage as well. See, So what I'm going to do now is, see, I am running this manager dashboard and I'm seeing workforce mix, right? And what we have given is view more. When I gave view more, it actually took me to this report, workforce mix report, right?
Yeah.
You can also change this to a different report. For example, maybe you might have built a matrix report for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is a matrix report. They have changed worker type and then they have added a rating current and then count, right?
Yes.
But you feel that it would be useful if they click view more and then it will take them to the detailed report, advanced report, right?
Yes.
What you can do is on the output workload option, there is an option called maximize reports options, right? It says display this workloads when maximized. Rather, you can give run a different report when maximized.
Okay.
Okay, let's try this. Let's try to edit this. We have already built on headcount. So what I'm going to do now is on the output, on the workload option, I'm going to say run a different report. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now if I refresh it, if I give view more, see, it has taken me to the detailed report.
Yes.
So those are some of the useful things.
So the reports only the reports which are enabled as a workload can be imported to the dashboard, right?
Perfect. Yes. And the reports that are enabled as a web service, right? Only those can be used for BERT reporting.
Okay.
See, I'm not getting into the BERT reporting today. Reason is I want you to get familiarized more with this Workday dashboards and reports, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And that is a totally different application. So again, report plays a major role over there.
So bird reporting is a part of Workday then.
Yes. See, when you want to create an offer letter or a salary increase letter, so I will start with that tomorrow, because if I start giving you ends, then it will be confusing then tomorrow.
Okay.
Let me also try to give you something which I was thinking of. So let me ask you some questions, okay?
Yeah.
What is an advanced report?
Even the definition.
Yeah, maybe you can just give me an quick understanding about what an advanced report is.
So any custom reports. So all the matrix search and all these reports comes under the advanced reports.
Okay, so I think you are getting confused over there.
Yeah.
Advanced report is a type of a report. Okay. Advanced report is a type of a report. It's not a combination of so many reports. Don't confuse yourself with advanced reporting chapter. Okay, that is different.
Okay.
That is just a name of the training, that's all. So it doesn't have to be actually related with it. So when you create a custom report, right, you have multiple report type option. So here I'm asking you, what is an advanced report? Advanced report type.
Okay. So in general, we can say that an advanced report is report where we can have like a multiple level of headings where we can drill down to the for further information by having sub filters and prompts. We can convert, whereas we can convert those reports into the chats and worklets, and for also use it for the report sharing purposes.
Great. Just
Okay.
add one more line. Advanced report is a detailed report wherein you can add
Okay.
both, primary business object as well as secondary business object.
Okay.
So these are some of the things that the interviewer might look into.
Oh, so this is the correct answer, except
You
those
whatever you said is
particular line.
correct.
Okay.
Whatever you said
And
is
I have
correct.
to add that line as well.
Add the detailed data. I mean, if you want to look into the detailed data,
Mm-hmm.
we have to use advanced report type. In advanced report type, you can do whatever you mentioned is perfect. You can do a sub-level, filters. I mean, the sub filters. You can add a primary object, and also you can get into the related business object. You can get into. I mean, you can pull out the fields. The advanced
Okay.
report can also be used for web services.
Okay.
That also you should add.
Yeah, we can expose that report as a web service.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, let me ask you another one. What is a matrix report, and when you will use it?
Um, a matrix report is usually done for analytical purpose whenever we want to do some custom analytics. So matrix report is specifically used when we want to group and summarize data, and it gives a further drill down options for the user compared to the advanced reports into the summarizations or for other fields.
Okay. So you don't need to mention about the custom analytics as well, right? You can just
Okay.
mention that matrix report is used for summarizing the data, as simple
Okay.
as it is.
Okay.
You can use matrix report on a dashboard by enabling it as a worklet. So you have to mention that term, right? So that it
Okay.
will gives the interviewer to know that, okay, you know this, right? So
Okay.
just tell that one. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is a data source?
Um, Data source is a place where we can have all the data, like all our indexed business objects, where we use it for the reporting purposes, like the workers for HCM reporting, all workers, all active and terminated workers. All these business objects are placed in the data source.
Okay. So you can say like data source are the main um, information to access to build the report, right?
Okay.
Data sources contains both standard and indexed data sources,
Okay.
right? All the data sources are worked at delivered,
Okay. So we have
and
to
then
tell them in a
data
word the
source
point
has,
of view.
every data source will have a primary business object associated with that.
Okay.
Can you add multiple data sources in one report?
Yes, we can.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So let's try to add. So this is one single report. So I wanted to add both. So there is one data source. Okay, let me try. You are saying that we can add multiple, right? Let me try to add
But
another
we
one.
added it in the composite reports, right?
No, in composite report, you can add two sub reports, multiple sub reports.
Okay. But
That is
we
also
are
two.
accessing the data from multiple data sources for those two.
That you can do, but the related business object should be same, right?
Okay. So no then.
I know that you are not prepared for this question interview.
No, but
So
still, I'm just getting to know what I know. So yeah.
yeah, so these are some of the questions that people might ask. Okay,
Okay,
even
perfect.
I will also ask those questions.
Okay,
So yeah, so this is the thing, right? So
sure.
you will not be able to add more than one data source in a report. Wherein you can build multiple reports, you can use multiple data sources.
Okay.
Okay. So I think we are good with the questions for today's session. Let me ask you some more questions tomorrow.
Sure.
Yeah. Maybe you
Yeah.
can just make a note of these things, right? So that it will be easy for you to prepare.
Okay, definitely.
Okay. Let me also check if I have some interview questionnaire or prepare planner so that I can, if I find so, then I will definitely forward it to the team and they will share it with you.
Sure. Definitely.
Hmm.
Can you also include the questions where you would ask the interviewer, the person?
Definitely.
Sure.
It depends on the experience level, right? So,
I just felt like if I'm able to answer your questions, I think I will at least crack the interview with the other people.
yeah.
You have the most experience. Even in Workday itself, you have 7 years, and I think you have more than that experience, almost 10 plus. So,
Yeah. So the most important key things that you should be aware about is getting yourself updated, right?
yes.
See, whatever so every year Workday does release two. I mean, Workday do have two releases every year.
Okay.
Two releases meaning it's like a software update that's
Yes.
happening on your cell phone,
Okay.
right? So their update will have sometimes it will have many new functionalities. Sometimes it will have just small tweaks.
Okay.
So this year they are actually going to have this released by next month beginning, early next month. So already testings and all those things are going on,
Okay.
right? Workday launch. So they call it as 2021 R1.
Okay.
And the second part of the year it will be called as 2021 R2.
Okay.
So previously it was called as WD29, WD30, WD31 like that,
Okay.
which means Workday 31 release, Workday 30 release like that. And then they changed it to last year. What they decided is the 2019 end, I believe, or 2020 early. They changed the name. They made it as 2020 R1, 2020 R2, 2021 R1, 2021 R2 like that. They changed. So
Okay.
during every release, you should go through the notes and then you should get familiarize yourself. Otherwise, it would be difficult. So
Okay.
getting yourself updated, as simple as it is.
Okay.
Okay. Yep, I think we are good for today. Okay, so let me also get access for the studio and then I will start conducting this studio session tomorrow. Okay, what I
Okay.
would probably suggest you, Shruti, is to just try building some of the reports. Only then you will get to have hands-on experience. Okay, I mean, I
Okay.
understand that you have issues with your laptop, but yeah, once you get through, please start building some reports. Okay,
Okay.
even it can be you don't need to have any activity or a requirement as well. Just start looking into reports and then say like, for example, you can just go and start create custom report. Okay,
Okay.
do it on your own so that you will have more exposure. Whatever if I say if you're doing it right, then it will restrict your knowledge
Okay.
because you will only focus on those things. Otherwise, you will not be able to expose you will not be able to expose yourself into other aspects. So, for example, if I'm saying like testing, you can do some testing like testing head count or detail, something you mention, and then you go to you see this is automatically getting checked. Okay, get yourself
Okay.
experienced into. If you do an optimized for performance, you will not be able to use non-index data source. And
Yeah.
then you, if I wanted to use non-index, always use this. Try testing with this all active and terminated. Okay, this
Okay.
is a non-indexed data source. However, you will be able to achieve most of the data within this data source. This
Okay.
is related to worker. So when you create, this is an advanced report type. Try start building all the report types. Okay,
Okay.
start building and then use whatever fields that you can do. Maybe first initially start with advanced and matrix because most of the companies will have access to see. Another thing, not all the time you will be ended up in creating a new report, right?
Okay.
Always there will be some set of reports. Each company, if they, it's a big organization, they will have 4,000 or 3,000 plus reports. If it's a small organization, they will have 1,500 plus reports or 1,000 reports. So most of the requirements would already be there, right? When there is a new functionality that get released, only then they will be start building a new report. Okay. So by creating this, just go and search for the fields, whatever it is there. Just click on these options. Okay, get yourself hands on with these things. What is by category? What is all? Because these things, there are no specific training materials that are available for finding out what is this thing, what are these things, right?
Okay.
What is a global field? What is all? What is other? What is, so you can also create a calculated field from report here. These things you can learn it from here, right? So what is a global field means? Global field doesn't have any business object association. It can be a global business object that can be used across all the reports. Global fields would be like, let me put it a date one, then you will know. See, these are all global fields. You can use this field in any report. There is an object, there is a business object called global, right?
Okay.
This is a business object called global. You can use it in any report. It doesn't need to be associated with that particular primary business object. Yeah.
Yeah.
So get to yourself, what is this instance? What is this numeric field? It's a text. What are the fields that we have on the text, on the global fields? And what is this by category? On worker, by category would give you like compensation, worker information, staffing, time and absence, so many things, amount, academic, personal information, basic bio. All these are categories. If you want to get into the detail, then you have to click on the respective. For example, if I wanted to get fields about worker, then I can click worker. And then it will list down all the fields that are associated with the worker.
Okay.
See, there are so many fields that a worker has. So I want to get a name of the worker. So I can just try to see whether if it has a name. See, name is not there.
Yeah.
Under worker, the name information is not there. Then I will go to name. There is an option called name. See, all these are here. The full name, legal name, all this comes under name.
Okay.
So likewise, see, it is not mandate though, but however, I will suggest you to browse through this so that you will get to know what and all options that you have.
Okay.
Right. And then again, go to sort what it is doing, just click on the field and then try to sort it by alphabetical ascending or alphabetical descending so that it will help you to see. Again, on the filter, add some conditions and see. So likewise, play around with this creating reports, like multiple, add so many fields that you can,
Okay.
and then do a testing. And then do it with share authorized users, with all authorized users. Okay. And then again, put this save parameters. You don't need to enter prompts on, keep on entering the prompts, right? You can use enable save parameters so that it will store your prompts.
Okay.
Okay, try doing this and then let me know if you face any challenges. Okay, so start building reports. I will also keep giving you activities. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, great. So bye.
Yeah. Bye.